We like to enjoy vivid landscapes. We wish to breathe fresh air. We also want to bathe in clean waters. You can have all that if we use the fuel whose extraction history is the youngest, namely the natural gas. Due to its unquestionable values, it is often called the fuel of the 21st century. The process of its extraction, transportation and storage is natural environment friendly. The Polish industry uses the natural gas primarily for high-temperature heating where continuous control and automation is required, metallurgical, machine, precision, ceramic and glass industries, and in chemical industry as a synthesis material. The natural gas is getting more and more relevant to the energy and heating sectors. The virtues of gas fuels have made way for the dynamic growth of gas industry and the construction of pipelines linking not only countries but continents as well. The company which has become an inherent part of the history of the making of a modern gas system is ABB Zamach Gaz Petro. Although ABB Zamach Gaz Petro is a young company, it can be proud of its many-year tradition and experience of the Zamach Mechanical Works, which had operated between 1948 and 1990, and whose history dated back to mid-19th century. The plant's broad contacts with the world's up-to-date production centers drew the attention of the Swedish-Swiss energy company ABB, that immediately saw an opportunity to locate its operations in Poland. Thus, the ABB Zamach Limited was created and functioned from 1990 to 1999. On July 1, 1999, an independent company, ABB Zamach Gaz Petro, was isolated from its structure. It took over all continuous commitments and new tasks and business objectives of the gas and oil industry devices plant, one of the mother company's parts. The flagship of ABB Zamach Gaz Petro is the completion of 5 compressor stations in the Polish section of the Yamal Europe gas pipeline. It is one of the biggest investments at the break of the 21st century, and a challenge to a large group of designers, engineers and contractors, both at home and abroad. The deployment and the number of compressor stations were determined through detailed analyses of economical, technical and technological aspects. Equally important was ensuring the safety of gas transportation continuity. The planned number of compressor stations secures uninterrupted operation of the whole transit gas pipeline system, even in the case of a possible malfunction. The task of all stations is pumping proper amounts of gas throughout the Polish sector of the transit pipeline. 2 stations perform additional functions in the system. In Kondratki there is a gas measuring station, which is aimed to carry on continuous measurement of quantity and quality of the natural gas from the east transported through the Polish sector of the transit pipeline. The compressor station in Włocławek is equipped with a system control measuring station responsible for the measurement of gas from the Yamal pipeline distributed to the Polish gas pipeline system. The Yamal Europe transit gas pipeline is 4,000 kilometers long and connects Western Europe with rich natural gas deposits of the Yamal Peninsula. The project of ABB Zamek Gazpetro provides for the Polish sector to consist of 2 parallel pipes, 680 kilometers each, and 5 compressor stations. Its route goes through 5 districts: Lubuskie, Wielkopolskie, Kujawsko-Pomorskie, Mazowieckie and Podlaskie, 67 commons in general. The route was planned to minimize the impact of construction works and subsequent operation on the natural environment. The works were planned not to disturb local activities along the pipeline, such as agriculture, settlements, transportations, etc. The pipeline crosses 32 railway tracks, 246 roads, 108 water flows, streams, canals and drainage ditches, and 7 rivers. According to the plan, the target capacity of the gas pipeline system, that is 65.7 billion cubic meters, will be achieved in 2010, with 2 pipes and 5 compressor stations. The first pipe of the Yamal pipeline in the Polish territory was constructed and completed in stages. In November 1996, the first segment, 107 kilometers long between Gorzyca and Lwówek at Poznań, was completed. September 1999 marked the completion of the second segment, 210 kilometers long between Lwówek and Włocławek, and the third, 365 kilometers long, from Włocławek to Kądratki. This way, the line part of the first pipe in the Polish territory was completed. Along the Polish segment of the Yamal Europe gas pipeline, 5 compressor stations were planned in Kądratki, Zambrów, Ciechanów, Włocławek and Szamotów. Let's start with the gas compressor station in Zambrów. It is located in the border of the Mazowian district, amidst farming fields not far from the state road which leads to Białystok, near the town of Zambrów. The gas compressor station in Zambrów is the second station in the Polish sector after Kądratki. The third compressor station in the Polish sector of the pipeline is located in Ciechanów, a place whose history dates back to the 12th century, and the town itself has many treasures, including the medieval castle. The gas compressor station is located in the suburbs, and it has a good access road. The equipment and parameters of the Ciechanów station are similar to those of Zambrów. The gas compressor station in Szamotów is the 5th and the last station in the Polish sector of the pipeline. It is located in Wielkopolska, Major Poland, the cradle of the Polish state, among forests and fields, near a charming town which is famous for folk art. The equipment and parameters of Szamotów station are very similar to those of Zambrów and Ciechanów. The first stage of the construction of any compressor station is building access roads, properly marked, so that easy access to the site would be provided both to those who participate in the works and deliverers of equipment and devices which are to be installed in the facility. The second stage, the preparation of the construction site, consists in removing tons of excess soil, namely the humus. Next, buildings are raised. They will hold 3 gas turbine-driven compressor units of the output of 25 megawatts each, gas coolers, gas filters, power station with electric generators, the central automation and control system allowing for switching on and off individual compressors, the parallel operation and remote control of the station from the central control room through the SCADA system. complete infrastructure, allowing for the station's unassisted operation. To outsiders, the final outcome is a dozen colorful buildings surrounded with lawns. To builders, it means thousands of tons of soil hiding the mass of gas pipes of various diameters, high-tech devices hidden under colored roofs, and computer-aided systems of control, monitoring and supervision of gas flow in the pipeline. After the buildings are raised, there comes the time to put in the equipment, verify the process and hand the facility over to the future user. The process takes high-class professionals from Poland and abroad who supervise the operation of the devices and thoroughly check their parameters. The gas compressor station is designed to pump gas through transit pipeline. The crucial task of the station is to maintain the proper pressure of gas in order to overcome hydraulic resistance of the pipeline in a given segment with assumed gas flow. The heart of the station is a group of gas turbocompressors. Each one includes a gas compressor of 2 million cubic meters per hour capacity, driven by a gas turbine of thermal efficiency above 34%. Since the process of gas compression results in raising its temperature, the technological system requires fan coolers to lower the temperature after the compression, which allows for increasing the gas transmission capacity. The compressor station, apart from turbo systems, comprises the gas filter station, the power station with backup power generators, the reduction measurement station, as well as support systems, neutral gas, compressed air, fire, central heating, water supply and sewage disposal, and telecommunications networks. There is an administration building at the station with a control room. The station has its own water intake, power lines and access roads. The area is from a few to more than a dozen hectares large. The compressor station is located at the connection system, constructed along with the transit pipeline. The processed gas at the station flows through pipes of 8 to 1200 mm in diameter, equipped with remotely controlled valves. The filter station consists of independent vertical filters, and one is always backup. Regardless of the number of installed turbo systems in parallel operation, one of them is always in reserve. The parallel operation of turbo systems, distribution of load and the anti-pompage system of each gas compressor are carried out in an automatic cycle. Behind the gas compressor there are gas coolers consisting of several sections. There the gas is cooled to 30 degrees centigrade. The compressor station is operated by an automatic control system and monitored by safety systems which, in the case of a malfunction, gas leaks or other threats, automatically shut off a single turbo compressor or the whole station altogether. After all planned works are completed, there comes the time of the long-awaited moment of the compressor station startup. Stations in Ciechanów and Szamotuły were officially opened on July the 18th and the 19th in the presence of Polish and Russian government